Hello, 57's fans, and welcome back to Perry Field in Melville. It's Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes between the Swift Current 57's and the Melville Millionaires, less than 24 hours removed from an 8-1 win for the 57's here in Melville last night, a game that was delayed from rain. And here we go this afternoon for game number 2 of this weekend set in Melville. Originally set for 2 o'clock start. Mother Nature had other plans. The tarp has been removed. The field looks to be in good condition. And we are good to go here between the 8-3 57's and the 4-9 Melville Millionaires. Matt Michalski getting the start on the mound for the 57's. We'll chat more about him in just a little bit. The Millionaires deploying big Mason Furlong to the mound. 4 appearances, 3 of them starts. He's worked 19 innings, 14 hits, 9 runs, 6 of them earned, an impressive strikeout-to-walk ratio of 21-4, and he's 2-0. So 2 of Melville's 4 wins, Furlong responsible for those. Earned run average of 2.84. He's allowed 2 home runs. Whip of 0.95. So Furlong getting the start on the mound. Big lefty from Beach City, Texas. Furlong will be throwing to Gentry Ford, fellow Texan. First base for the Melville Millionaires is Marshall McPherson. Playing second is Aaron Page, shortstop. Cole Henley, who had a good game at short last night. Third base, Keaton Sullivan, who pitched and caught last night for the Melville Millionaires, so he gets a turn at the hot corner. Outfield and left, you got Pender Island, BC's Vinnie Martin, 3-year vet of the WMBL. Center fielder, Austin Stokes from the Woodlands, Texas. And Aaron Belaurier out of Spokane, Washington, back in right for the Millionaires. For the Money Man, 57's once again at the top of their order is Matt Bondarchuk, 3 for 5, or 3 for 6 last night, rather. Strong offensive game for the 57's. So Bondarchuk leading off. Whether it's intervention from Mother Nature or things happening on the field or around it, you usually leave Melville with a story to tell. We actually got video footage of one of those Melville stories for you that we dug up from a few years ago, and we'll share that for you at some point this game when we have a little bit of a pause. As Matt Bondarchuk, he's going to drop a bunt on the big man, and Mason Furlong goes all the way down to pick that up and make the throw to first for the 1-3. Furlong looks to be about 6'6", 6'7" on the mound, coming from the left, and often when you have speedy guys like Matt Bondarchuk, they try to bunt as it's a long way down for a big guy to make a play like that, but Furlong, fleet of foot, takes care of the mobile Matt Bondarchuk. Cole Thibodeau to the plate. Cole Thibodeau woke up today with the best batting average in the WMBL. However, Zach Kunkel from the Medicine Hat Mavericks had himself a game today. So Kunkel now hitting .455. Thibodeau hitting .429 on the year. Second best in the league. 0-1 the count to Thibodeau. Blake Adams, reigning WMBL Player of the Week, on deck for the 57's. Big lefty Furlong. Lefty on lefty matchup, and that pitch going across the plate for a 1-1 count to Thibodeau. 1 down here, top of the first inning. Swift Current 57's and Melville Millionaires. Ground ball, low velocity ground ball. Henley at short throws right on target to first base, and Thibodeau retired via the 6-3. Miking up Eric Dorton today, assistant coach for the 57's, third base coach. We'll pick up his audio throughout the webcast today. Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Swift Current and Crop Production Services. Ground ball. Diving stab by Sullivan at third, and Sullivan, a rough night last night behind the plate, looking right where he needs to be at third base. Spot on there as he takes care of Blake Adams via the 5-3. 57's are made quick work of in the top of the first inning. We will head to the bottom of 57's in the field behind Matt Michalski when we return with Swift Current 57's Baseball. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Yeah. Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer here in Melville. Swift Current 57's taking on the Melville Millionaires. Matt Michalski getting the start for the 57's. 2 appearances, both of them starts. A couple of 7-inning appearances for the big man from Mansfield, Texas. 14 innings of work, allowing 9 hits, just 2 earned runs. He has struck out 11 and walked 1. 2-0 with one of the league's top ERAs amongst starters. 1.28 earned run average. So Matt Michalski deployed by Joe Carnahan and the Swift Current 57's. Taylor Nychuk from St. Andrews, Manitoba, leading off for the Melville Millionaires here this afternoon. Michalski ahead of him 0-2. 11-1 strikeout to walk ratio for Michalski. He's pitching to Bodie Cooper tonight, who's back behind the plate. Ben Andrews at first base. Cole Thibodeau playing second. Grant Van Scoy at shortstop. Riley Campbell in at third. Blake Adams in left field. Matt Bondarchuk in center. Nick Kanyas back in right field. Curveball from Michalski. Inside and in the dirt. Blocked by Bodie. And a 1-2 count now to Nychuk. Righty on lefty matchup. And Michalski trying to work the outside corner, not getting benefit of the doubt on that offering. 2-2 now to the leadoff hitter. Reaching and slapping that into the dugout to keep the count at 2-2 is Nychuk. Nychuk hitting 194 coming into this at bat. Ground ball, and Nychuk continues to battle with Michalski. Seven hits in 36 at-bats. 3 RBI. Nychuk's walked 6 times and struck out 6 times on the season. Melville mixing the order up a little bit after only getting 1 run across the plate last night. Ground ball, Ben Andrews at first. Grabs that. 6-pitch at bat for Nychuk, leadoff hitter. Grounding out to first. Vinnie Martin to the plate. .289 batting average on the season. 13 hits in 45 at bats. He's walked 9 times, struck out 8. Michalski's first pitch is ball 1 in the count, 1-0. Beautiful day for a baseball game after some morning showers in southeast Saskatchewan. Sun behind us right now. 5 p.m. start. Average length of a WMBL game is around 3 hours, so assuming we wrap up around 8, it's about a 3.5-hour bus ride for the 57's back to Swift Current. So home time probably between 11:30 and midnight for the Swift squad. And then tomorrow night, 7:05 home game against the Yorkton Cardinals. 2 balls a strike and 1 away. Mahalski right down the middle. And 2-2 now with 1 down. So far, so good in 2017 for Mahalski. Two-two pitch. And Martin off the bat head. Fouled. Count remains 2-2. Interesting story how Matt Mahalski came to be a member of the Swift Current 57's. He's great friends with Alec Humphreys. Last year's starting shortstop on that championship caliber team. Strike 3, that'll do it for Martin. Strikeout number 12 on the year for Mahalski. So Mahalski, best buddies with Alec Humphreys. Humphreys went back to Texas telling tales of the amazing summer that he had with Swift Current and their team. Matt Mahalski, the senior, wrapping up his final college year. Talking to Humphreys, and Mahalski figured I could spend a summer doing that, so now a member of the Swift Current 57's. Kind of a slider, curve-looking pitch from Mahalski to Marshall McPherson from Texarkana, Texas. McPherson, night off last night. Melville happy to have his bat back in the lineup. 10 games this year, hitting .343. Lefty on righty matchup, and he takes a big hack at that 0-1 pitch out in front of a changeup, 0-2. 3 home runs to go with 6 RBI in 10 games for McPherson. Mahalski trying to work that outside corner to lefties. Not getting the call he wanted, 1-2. Hit just over the reach of Mahalski, taken by Thibodeau on the run, baby. And that'll do it for McPherson. He grounds out to 4-3, ends the first inning. We are scoreless after 1. And back in mere moments with more Swift Current 57's baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's. Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. 1 inning in the books and scoreless as we head to the top of the second. Nick Conyas, Riley Campbell, and Grant Van Scoy due up for the visiting 57's. Quite the pitcher's matchup that we're being treated to here. Foul ball that's just going to barely stay in the playing surface on Perry Field. Nothing playable there for third baseman Keaton Sullivan. Both starting pitchers looking good in the first inning. We got just under 14 feet of starting pitchers from Texas in this one. Matt Mahalski from Mansfield and his counterpart Mason Furlong from Beach City for the Millionaires, the big lefty. 0-2 to Conyas, who hasn't been an easy out by any means this year, and Conyas fouls that just out of here. Count remains 0-2. Furlong 3 pitches so far to Conyas. He made quick work of the 57's in the first inning. He's getting ready to throw just his 9th pitch of the game. Only one has been outside the strike zone thus far. Make that 2. Pitch number 9 moments ago makes the count 1-2. Furlong and Conyas. Lefty on lefty matchup. Pitch is just outside. Riley Campbell on deck. And Grant Van Scoy due up as well. Curveball just stays up. And a full count to Conyas. Conyas, some good takes after falling behind 0-2 in the count early. Now going the distance with Furlong. Well hit ball by Conyas, hit on a rope to right field, and Aaron Bellorier is there to make the catch. A loud out for Conyas. Well, Conyas doing what no 57's hitter has done yet this game, and making Mason Furlong throw a few pitches at him. Good lead-off to the inning for the 57's. 7-pitch at bat, punctuated by a loud out. Still early in this one. Riley Campbell to the plate with 1 down. Campbell playing third base in this one. Ground ball. Low roller. Page has it. And gets to McPherson at first. Quick second out for the Millionaires. Grant Van Scoy to the plate. Now anyone in Saskatchewan familiar with the community of Vanscoy, which is just outside Saskatoon, that's all one word. This player, Van Scoy, 2 words. Van and Scoy. So GVS, we'll call him. Settles in at the plate. 2 down for him. Furlong. Pitch just drops out of the strike zone. 1-0 count. Two oh. Vanscoy takes on the 2-0 pitch. 2-1. Three-one count. Ground ball, hit to third. Sullivan grabs that ball, throws a dart across the field, and that does it for the Swift Current 57's in their half of the second. Mason Furlong making quick work of the visitors in the second. Bottom of 2 coming up. Bit of a pitcher's duel in the making here. We're back with more 57's baseball shortly.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
We're back with more 57's baseball in Melville. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes. Swift Current 57's Melville Millionaires. Glad you could join us, and happy Father's Day to all the baseball dads out there. Hard hit ball, left field. Blake Adams on his horse and makes the catch. Good read by Adams on the bat head. Loudest out of the afternoon thus far. Ball hit by Keaton Sullivan, deep to left field. Aaron Belaurier up now. Cole Henley on deck. That was pitch number 19 of the contest from Mahalski. Right-hander. Deals Belaurier inside. 1-0 count. Pitch low and away from Mahalski. Ground ball. Van Scoy at short. GVS on target to Ben Andrews. Out number 2. Late start to today's game, originally slated for a 2 p.m. First pitch just after 5 o'clock. Matt Mahalski and Mason Furlong, 2 starters in this one, doing their best to make sure that this one ends quickly. There's been more high-scoring games than not in this park in Melville. Baseballs in this park just sometimes get up there and hit the jet stream and find their way out near Highway 10 as there's a foul ball. Sent out of the ballpark by Cole Henley, the native of Banner Springs, Kansas. 1-2 the count. Mahalski coming into this one, 3rd best ERA in the league. James Smith, starting pitcher for the 57's after last night. Best earned run average across the Wimble, 0.45. Inside pitch almost gets a piece of Henley. Matt Mahalski, 3rd best ERA in the WNBL at 1.29. Bob St. Pierre right behind him at 2.25. 3 of the top 4 ERAs in the league, Swift Current 57's pitchers. Catch is made by Ben Andrews over at first base. There's a gopher on the field. That gopher needed to get out of the way so that Big Ben could make that catch. So Andrews battles with a little bit of a breeze, the sun in his eyes, and some Melville wildlife to get the 3rd out. Like I said, always an adventure in this ballpark. 57's baseball, 2 innings in the books, still scoreless. Top of 3 coming up.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sales selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Swift Current 57's baseball is back here at Perry Field in Melville. Ryan Schweitzer happily bringing you the action between the 57's and the Melville Millionaires. We're in the top of the third inning and in a contest that thus far has been void of any base runners. There's a fan in Melville who may inadvertently be wearing Swift Current 57's colors, orange and green. What? Oh, that's definitely a Melville fan. He was joking about how he needed to go home and change, not realizing the new Swifty colors were green and orange. There's the gentleman we were referring to. He's hearing about it. Melville fan inadvertently clad in the orange and green. Ground ball by Andrews. Henley with the diving stab at short. Throw to first is in time. What a play by Cole Henley. Going horizontal. And there's as nice a 6-3 as you'll see. Third base coach and 57's assistant coach Eric Dorton mic'd up. Doherty hasn't said much this afternoon as we are in a game that is still looking for its first base runner. Bodie Cooper, the native of Chubbuck, Idaho, will try and change that. Lefty Mason Furlong. Again, inducing swings early in the count. Taking something off that curveball there, 1-1. Ground ball by Bodie, and there's the first hit of the ball game as Cooper singles in the 5-6 gap.
Got ball with that baby.
Assistant coach Eric Dorton approving of that swing of the bat by Bodie Cooper. Now he'll send in the signals to hitter and runner. Keel Crumweed at the plate. Bodie on base. Top of the third inning, Furlong. Quick work of the 57's thus far. Third inning, that's pitch number 24, hit high by Crumweed. Center fielder Aaron Stokes is there, catch is made. Top of the order for the 57's. One hit the first time through off the bat of Bodie Cooper, who's perched at first base. See how things go the second time around for Edmonton native Matt Bondarchuk and his Swift Current team. Bondarchuk grounded out to Furlong, his last trip to the plate. as he tried to bunt his way onto first against the big pitcher. Ground ball to first base this time, right to McPherson. He'll gobble up that ground ball, step on the base, and that'll do it for the 57's. Bondarchuk grounds out to 3. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Still scoreless. 57's baseball brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Swift Current 57's have 7, 8, 9 to deal with here in the bottom of the 3rd. Aaron Page, Gentry Ford, and Austin Stokes. The 3 batters that Matt Mahalski and the 57's D have to deal with. Once again, play-by-play guy, drinking game rules in effect anytime I refer to the Swift Current 57's by their former name. Take a shot of whatever's close to you. Ground ball. Andrews saw first base to play that. Flips to Mahalski for the 3-1 at first. Gentry Ford from Lufkin, Texas to the plate. Whether it be radio or webcasting, this is season number 13 of me providing play-by-play for the Swift Current WMBL baseball team. Do forgive me for any slip of the tongues and any referrals to them by their former name. Sent into the backstop was that pitch by Gentry Ford, who's catching this game for the Mills. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 3rd inning and scoreless. And we have ourselves the making of a pitcher's duel here between a couple Texans. Matt Mahalski out of Mansfield and Mason Furlong from Beach City. As we said earlier, close to 14 feet of Texans pitching in this one. Mahalski around 6'3". Furlong looks to be about 6'6". Righty versus lefty. Southpaw Furlong has only allowed 1 hit to 57 hitters. Towering fly ball to Conyers in right field. Catch is made. Austin Stokes. Stokes hitting .268 in 2017. Led off last night for Melville. 2 down here. Stokes representing the number 9 hitter in Melville's batting order here with 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Foul ball. That was pitch number 37 of this game from Mahalski. been treated to some good pitching in this weekend series. Thomas Holcomb for the Millionaires with a good start last night. James Smith for the 57's. No runs allowed through 6 less than 24 hours ago, including a 4-pitch 5th inning. And Matt Mahalski and Mason Furlong looking good this afternoon. 1-1 the count to Stokes. Texan on Texan matchup, and that'll be the first hit of the ballgame for the Millionaires, and it could be multiple bases. Stokes is running like people are chasing him. Throw coming from right field. Good arm by Conyas, but not in time to get the speedy Stokes. And a Texan on Texan matchup ends with Stokes from the Woodlands advancing to second base on that double, going in opposite field direction down the first base line. Good arm strength from Conyas there. Top of the order now, and Taylor Nychuk to the plate. So each team now with 1 hit. Second time at the plate for Nychuk as Melville turns the order over here in the 3rd inning. Ground ball. Slow roller, Riley Campbell, barehander, throw to first. What a play by Campbell. That'll be out number 3. 57's. And Mahalski allow a hit. But Nychuk rounds out 5-3. Excellent play by Riley Campbell to end the inning. Scoreless after 3. Top of 4 coming up when we return with Swift Current 57's baseball.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Cole Thibodeau leading off for the 57's. Top of the 4th inning and scoreless. Swift Current and Melville. Only 2 hits in this ball game thus far, surrendered by the starting pitchers. Thibodeau grounded out to short his last time up. Fly ball. Sullivan. Oh, that's off the roof of the dugout. Not quite playable for Keaton Sullivan, and the count is 0-2 to Cole Thibodeau, hitting .417 coming into this at-bat. Thibodeau, Adams, Conyas, 2-3-4. Due up for Swift here. Furlong, 0-2. Outside. And 1-2 pitch. Thibodeau fouls that off. Count still 1-2. Opposite field shot by Thibodeau. Eric Dorton mic'd up at third base. Third base coach for the 57's. Thibodeau reaches for that pitch, and that'll be strike 3. Only 2 hits allowed in this ball game thus far. Pitchers are both pitching well. Now they each only have 1 strikeout, though. Some good defense behind the pitchers in this one. It's just our luck that we mic up the least talkative coach in the league. Eric Dorton, he'll have something to say to anyone who reaches third base, but it might be a while before we're in that scenario. The way this one's going. Pitch is outside. Second time through for Blake Adams. Last time up, grounded out to Sullivan at third base. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing right towards home plate from right field. So Mother Nature not doing the hitters any favors in this one. Count 2-1. Ground ball. Adams. Sullivan at third. Took a funny hop, but he negotiated that well and is right on target to McPherson at first. Adams again grounds out 5-3. 2 away for Nick Conyas. Keaton Sullivan last night saw some action behind the plate. Didn't look real comfortable playing catcher last night. Wes Hunt and the Millionaires giving Gentry Ford the night off from behind the plate, so Sullivan came in to pitch in the late innings as well, and any mistakes Sullivan made last night behind the plate more than making up for it this afternoon with a good showing thus far at the hot corner. Nothing in 2 the count with 2 away here to Conyas. Furlong's been ahead of 57's hitters all afternoon. See Riley Campbell on deck. We'll see if we get to him with the count 1-2 and 2 away here. Ground ball. Foul down the first base line. Top of the 4th inning. And here comes pitch number 42 from Furlong. Just a bit low. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. No walks issued yet in this game from either pitcher. 2-2. Conyas swats at that high fastball. Ground ball to Page, and that does it for the 57's. Conyas grounds out to 4. We are still scoreless heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. Thank you very much for making Swift Current 57's baseball part of your Father's Day today. We'll be back shortly with more of our 57's webcast.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back, 57's baseball, here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Joe Carnahan and the Swift Current coaching staff in an enviable situation here as Martin out in front of a changeup from Michalski. 0-2 the count. Appears as though the 57's have three starting pitchers that are all trying to outdo each other. You had Bobby St. Pierre, James Smith, who started last night, and Matt Michalski here. High fly ball, hit into shallow right field. Could be trouble. No, Cole Thibodeau ventures into the outfield and makes the catch just down the first base line. Good play by Omaha, Nebraska's Cole Thibodeau. Track that ball down. Texarkana, Texas's Marshall McPherson. Grounded out to the aforementioned Cole Thibodeau, his last trip to the plate. McPherson, .333 on the year. Night off last night against the 57's. Three home runs in his first 10 games in 2017 for McPherson. Reaching and a changeup from Michalski. 1-2 with one down. Pitch number 48 about to be uncorked from Michalski. Reaching for that is McPherson. 2-2 with one down here. Bottom of the fourth inning. Scoreless between the 8-3 Swift Current 57's and the 4-9 Melville Millionaires. Fly ball, that'll get out of here. Foul. Hope you're able to join us tomorrow in Swift Current for the 57's next home game. The Yorkton Cardinals are in town. 7:05 start. If the 57's stick with the pitching rotation that they've been going with, it should be Fernando Peña's turn. Another 2-2 to McPherson on the way. Curveball, strike three, caught him looking. Second strikeout of the game for Michalski. Lima, Ohio's Keaton Sullivan. Awaiting the first offering from Matt Michalski. This will be pitch number 53 of Michalski's afternoon, and it's a foul ball that's just buzzing our control tower here. 0-1 count. Ground ball, foul. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. And 1-2. 0-2 curveball. That broke low from Michalski. One, two. Fastball. Another foul ball. Check swing, we're 2-2. Over the past few years, they've raised the backstop netting here in Melville. Which is good, because back in the day, we used to get a bevy of foul balls coming in here during play-by-play broadcasts. Safety first now is low and away, blocked by Bodie Cooper for a full count. Keaton Sullivan going the distance with Michalski. With 2 down and nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Scoreless tie between Melville and Swift, if you're just joining us. Mason Furlong and Matt Michalski. Only allowing 1 pitch between the two of them. Two teams each have their own bat boy. The Swift Current 57's brought AK, and Melville has one of theirs on duty that wasn't here last night. And every ball that's fouled back to the backstop, it's the bat boy races. That's what the fans were reacting to here. Strike 3 out in front of a changeup is Sullivan. Back-to-back strikeouts for Matt Michalski to end the 4th inning. Top of the 5th coming up. The teams, the Bat Boys, everyone's bringing their A-game today. Fun afternoon at Perry Field here in Melville. This is 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to 57's Baseball here in Melville. It's Ryan Schweitzer at Perry Field. Glad you could join us, and happy Father's Day. The biggest honor that we have in bringing you the webcast is being a link between families and their sons, and they come up and play in the WMBL. So thank you very much for joining us on Father's Day, and again, our pleasure to be any sort of a connection we can between families and their boys. And it's not just for the 57's, for both teams as well. Hello to friends and family of Melville Millionaires players as well. I hope that your boys are enjoying the summer Melville experience. I know the Swift Current kids are getting out involved in the community and playing some good baseball as well. As Riley Campbell jammed on that inside pitch, is going to foul one off. Hello to Riley's family, we presume in the Wadsworth, Ohio area. Campbell now hitting .283 on the year. Top of the 5th inning and scoreless. Mason Furlong and Matt Michalski. Starting pitchers for Melville and Swift respectively getting the job done. Slow roller to Cole Henley. He's good at these, though. Takes it on the run. Campbell, though, who's greasy fast, is going to leg it out. And the Swift Current 57's, when pounding the ball, won't work. Low-velocity dribbler that gets Campbell on. Cole Henley at short did everything he could to get that out at first for the 6-3, but Campbell just a step ahead of him. Campbell 8 for 8 when attempting to steal bases. A little bit tougher to steal off a lefty, though, as Furlong is able to look right at the speedy base runner for the Swift Current 57's. Eric Dorton, third base coach. Sending in the signals to Van Scoy and Campbell. Fastball up. Snap throw over to first. Campbell safe. Van Scoy, 1-2 count. Towering fly ball in foul territory. Catch made by McPherson. And Riley Campbell catching everyone sleeping. No one covering the base. And some heads-up running from Riley Campbell as he just swipes second. Low-scoring game like this. Take base runners any way we can get them. Towering fly ball by Ben Andrews. It's into center field. Austin Stokes makes the catch. Campbell stays put at second. Timeout called. Mason Furlong wanting to make sure that Riley Campbell stays where he is. Riley Campbell over the shoulders of Mason Furlong. Campbell, the first runner in this game to advance to second base. And Riley Campbell doing his best to get on the mind of Mason Furlong. Strike called to Bodie. 1-1. 2 away. Cooper fouls that into the backstop. Bat boy races. AK gets the W this time around. Mason Furlong wanting that fastball low and away. He was ready to do a walk-off halfway to the Mills dugout. Home plate umpire saying not so fast.
That was 2 strikes.
Quick reassurance from the catcher to Furlong, saying we'll get him this time to the big man. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. And Cooper continues to battle with Furlong. That was pitch number 60 of the afternoon. Furlong to Cooper here in the 5th. So 5 innings deep. Furlong still right where he wants to be in terms of pitch count. However, Bodie's going to make him throw at least one more to him. The towering lefty looks Campbell at second. And another one fouled off by Cooper. Bodie hitting that on a rope right towards the beer gardens in Melville. The kids trying to get the foul balls aren't allowed in the beer gardens. That's tough. Must be 19 or over to get that ball. 2-2, 2 down. Cooper, ground ball, hit to second. Page engineers a 4-3, and that'll do it. That's it for the 57's here in the top of the 5th. For the first time this game, we get a runner past second base, but Riley Campbell left stranded, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th, still scoreless. Swift Current 57's and the Melville Millionaires. This is 57's Baseball for Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Bottom of the 5th inning, Swift Current and Melville still scoreless. 2 57's hits thus far, only 1 hit surrendered by Matt Mahalski and the Swift Current 57's defense. See if things remain stingy here. Curveball from Mahalski for strike 1. He's been able to effectively throw that for strikes as this game gets longer. Striking out a couple of hitters last inning with that. Now he's facing Aaron Belaurier, the native of Spokane, Washington. Pitch number 62 for Mahalski. A towering fly ball. Ben Andrews in foul territory. And the first baseman for the 57's from Shoreline, Washington makes the catch. Cole Henley, who flew out to Andrews, his last trip to the plate. His second plate appearance of the afternoon here in the bottom of the 5th in this scoreless tie. Henley showing bunt. Not a bad strategy if you're Melville with a fast guy like Henley. Stray baseball on the field. 2 bad boys who have been eager to gobble up foul balls in this one. That jams Henley. Andrews with room. Oh, just off the end of the glove. Sky conditions, perhaps messing with Andrews there. Looked like he didn't quite read that ball as well as he could have right off the bat head. So 1-1 the count. Ground ball. We'll see if we can get Henley this time around as Van Scoy executes the 6-3. Cole Henley lived to see another pitch after Andrews couldn't track down that foul ball, but then he is promptly retired via the 6-3. Van Scoy in the 57's. Aaron Page out of Nanaimo now. Grounded out to first in his first appearance of this one. Page, another player for Melville who didn't play last night. The game's within a game on any given Sunday. Nice bunt by Page. And they get him in time. What a play. Good gracious. Bodacious. Bodie Cooper. The 57's catcher. Grabbing that bunt. There's Bodie, acting like he's done that before. 2-3, and that'll do it for the Melville Millionaires here in the 5th inning. Top of the 6th coming up, still scoreless between Swift Current and Melville. 57's baseball for Crop Production Services and our friends at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer in Melville. 57's and the Millionaires scoreless heading into the top of the 6th inning. Keel Crumweed leading off as the 57's go 9-1-2. Crumweed, Bondarchuk, and Thibodeau due up. Well hit ball by Crumweed. Left field. And Vinnie Martin makes the catch. After that one, took a few twists and turns on him while up in the air. Third time up for Bondarchuk now as the 57's turn the order over for the second time. Couple of groundouts in his previous 2 at-plate endeavors for Bondarchuk.
Good balls up, baby.
1-0 count. Good take from Bondarchuk moments ago. "34 hitters have stepped to the plate, and only 3 of them have got on base thus far. Mason Furlong and Matt Mahalski for Melville and Swift, respectively, doing their jobs today. And the first walk of the ball game issued to Matt Bondarchuk. Bondarchuk 10 for 10 when attempting to steal bases this season. And in a game where offense has been tough to come by, Furlong's going to keep him in check. Bit of a degree of difficulty added to Bondarchuk this time around as he hasn't faced a lot of lefties in those 10 stolen bases on the year. He's in motion. Bunt shown by Thibodeau. Throw. Not quite on target. Bondarchuk, stolen base number 11 on the year. Strike called to Thibodeau as Bondarchuk swiped second. 0-1 the count. Thibodeau into the backstop. Eric Dorton, we caught the tail end of a conversation he was having with third baseman Keaton Sullivan. Sullivan asking Dorton what school Bondarchuk went to. Cloud County, says Doherty. Nothing in 2 the count. Fouled off by Thibodeau. Nothing in 2 the count. Runner on at second. Blake Adams on deck. Top of the 6th, and pitch number 74 thrown by Furlong. Furlong the southpaw, and Thibodeau hitting from the left side of the batter's box. Pitch crosses the plate outside. 1-2. Good take by Thibodeau. Another foul ball by Thibodeau. 1-2 pitch with one down. Runner on at second. Breaking pitch inside. Furlong's body language speaking sentences of disapproval with that 1-2 call. Now 2-2. Thibodeau reaches, fouled. Good battle here between Furlong and Cole Thibodeau, the second baseman out of Omaha.
Secondary balls. Work.
Fly ball. Thibodeau. Cole Henley at short ventures into the outfield. Makes the catch for the second out of the top of the sixth. Time for Blake Adams to take a trip to the plate. The reigning WNBL Player of the Week. 362 average coming into this at-bat.
Come on, Blake.
Team leader in RBIs, among the league leaders in RBI. And base hit could conceivably score the mobile Matt Bondarchuk at second base. However, base hits have been easier said than done in this contest. Only 3 allowed between these two pitchers. High fly ball by Adams. That's going to stay in the field. Sullivan at the fence makes the catch. Great job by Keaton Sullivan to get the third out and strand Matt Bondarchuk after he walked and then stole a base. So the bottom of 6 coming up, and we are still scoreless between Swift Current and Melville. We'll be back shortly with 57's baseball.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to this webcast of Swift Current 57's baseball. Gentry Ford with a shot into left field, and that's going to be the second hit of the ball game for the Melville Millionaires as the number 8 hitter delivers a leadoff single. Only the second hit of the ball game surrendered by Matt Mahalski in the Swift Current 57's defense. Runner on now is Ford. Number 9 hitter Austin Stokes to the plate. Stokes with the other Millionaires hit today. He's 1 for 1 with a double. Catcher Gentry Ford is going to lace up the shoes over at first. So Matt Mahalski changes his stance a little bit with a runner on, throws that slider for strike 1. Out in front of that was Stokes, as I think he was expecting something with a little more heat on it. And strike 1. Taylor Nychuk, who's 0 for 2, waits on deck. Stokes gets that bunt down. They get the out at first. Runner advances to second. Nice bunt by Stokes. Second time the Mills have had a runner at second this afternoon after that double by Stokes earlier in the game. Taylor Nychuk, leadoff hitter for the Millionaires, digs in the left batter's box to face the right-handed pitcher Matt Michalski. Vinnie Martin on deck. Nychuk hitting 184, Martin 277. Millionaires with a couple of outs to work with that runner on at second base. We'll see how creative they get in trying to advance Gentry Ford. No stolen bases on the season as of yet for the catcher from Lufkin, Texas, Ford, the runner for the Millionaires. Swing and a miss as Nychuk's out in front of a changeup from Michalski. 1-1 the count. One down and one on here. Game that was scheduled to start at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Moved to 5 to make sure that the field was in good playing condition. Things looking nice and green in Melville after copious amounts of moisture over the last little bit. Baseball redirected into the glove of Bodie Cooper for strike 2. 1-2 with one down. One-two pitch with one away. Ground ball. Slow roller. Thibodeau flips to first. Runner advances to third, but there's 2 out now. So a runner on third base is something we haven't seen yet this afternoon, as Wes Hunt has a chat with Gentry Ford. Vinnie Martin, who's 0 for 2, striking out and flying out to second. 277 on the year, the batting average for Vinnie Martin. 4 runs batted in 12 games this season for Melville. He has struck out 8 times and walked 9 in 45 at-bats. .75 pitches on the afternoon for Michalski. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 out. The average 12 an inning. The ideal number would be 72 right now. 76 for Michalski with 2 away, so can't complain at all about the start for either of the 2 starting pitchers in this one, Mason Furlong and Matt Michalski. 2-0 count, though. Marshall McPherson and his .324 average on deck for Melville. There's that breaking ball from Michalski for strike 1. Guy on deck for Melville leads them in home run and RBI, so 2-1 the count. 57's trying to get out of the bottom of the 6th here. 2 away, runner on at third. Martin tries to golf that pitch that crossed the plate low. And Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner on at third base. Fouled off by Martin. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. All hands on deck in the Melville dugout. All standing up, trying to Somehow will that runner from third across home. It's not going to happen this inning as Matt Mahalski gets Vinnie Martin swinging. Mahalski's fourth strikeout of the afternoon coming at an opportune time with a runner on at third base in a 2-2 count. 6 innings in the books, top of 7 on the way. Still scoreless between Swift Current and Melville. This is 57's baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Nick Conyas ready to go for the 57's here in the top of the 7th inning. Scoreless tie, each team with 2 hits, Swift Current and Melville. Glad that you could join us, and happy Father's Day wherever you may be watching from. Middle of the order, Conyas, Campbell, and Van Scoy, 4, 5, and 6 due up for Swift Current in the top of the 7th. Conyas jammed. Shot by Conyas. He's not happy with the swing he put on that baseball. Infield fly, an adventure! And Keaton Sullivan eventually takes it, the third baseman. Towering fly ball that almost resulted in a car wreck. Stat sheet says fly out to 5. Real life says so much more than that. A bit of an adventure, but first out nonetheless. And now Riley Campbell. Campbell's going to try to get a bunt down, and that's just going to roll foul. So 0-1 will be the count to Riley with 1 away here, top of the 7th. Pitch at about eye level to Campbell. Campbell and Furlong with an extended glance at each other. You'll recall the last time Campbell was up. Infield single. And then managed to gallop to second base while no one was really paying attention to him. One pitch. Swinging strike. Grant Van Scoy on deck with 1 down, and nobody on here, top of the 7th inning. Furlong. Fastball up, 2-2. Saw 57's coach Joe Carnahan off his normal perch in the dugout, getting a closer look at this at bat with the count 2-2, 1 down. Campbell jammed, fouls that off, 2-2 with 1 down. Hit off the hands, towering fly ball. McPherson in foul territory makes the catch. And that does it for Riley Campbell. Adventuresome at bats. Grant Van Scoy 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Shortstop from Papillion, Nebraska. Van Scoy coming into this game, playing well in his first 2 games with the 57's. This is game number 3. 3 for 6 with a couple walks going into this one. 0 for 2 thus far against Mason Furlong and the Melville Millionaires. Ben Andrews on deck. Mason Furlong and his catcher Gentry Ford agree on a 1-1 pitch. Count now 2-1. Towering fly ball by Van Scoy, hit to left field. Vinnie Martin is there to make the catch, and that does it for the 57's in the top of the 7th inning. Whole lot of zeros up on that scoreboard. Bottom of 7 coming up. Silence Eric Dorton's mic right there. Bottom of 7 coming up. This is Swift Current 57's baseball. We're in Melville. Anything can happen. Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Marshall McPherson to lead off for the Melville Millionaires in a scoreless tie heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. 3, 4, and 5 due up. McPherson, Keaton Sullivan, and Aaron Belaurier trying to get a run on the board here. A swing and a miss as Matt Mahalski. Fastball for strike 1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Only 4 hits in this baseball game between these two teams. 2 apiece. McPherson thought about that pitch that dropped out of the strike zone. Did he go? No, he didn't. Count evens up at 1-1 here to the hitter leading off for the Millionaires in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch number 73 of the afternoon for Michalski. Pardon me, pitch number 83. And 1-2. Ground ball. Didn't miss by much. Just foul down the first base line by McPherson to keep things at 1-2. Pitch number 85 from Michalski as a fastball up. 2-2. McPherson caught looking the last time he was up. And has also hit a ground ball at Cole Thibodeau at second base. Ball's fouled into the backstop screen. Full count. A few raindrops starting to fall on the roof of scorekeeper's box here in Melville. Just really light rain thus far. A few scary clouds surrounding the ballpark. 3-2 pitch to McPherson. Ground ball. Andrews. 2-hopper. Race to first base. Won by Andrews. First out. Oh for 2. Keaton Sullivan from Lima, Ohio. Sullivan now hitting 200 on the year. He'll up that average with that shot right up the middle, fielded by Bondarchuk in center field. 5th hit of the ball game. It's a 1-out single for Keaton Sullivan, third baseman. Sullivan's played a really strong game at third base. One of the reasons this is such a low-scoring affair. Pitchers and fielders both paying the bills this afternoon. Aaron Belaurier, right fielder from Spokane. Belaurier hitting 162. I think the Melville Millionaires really counting on that 162 average from Belaurier to shoot up at some point over the course of the regular season. Generally don't put a sub-Mendoza line hitter in right field, as that baseball is fouled down the third base line. So 0-2 with 1 down. Nothing in 2. Michalski jams Belaurier. High fly ball by the 57's dugout. And just running out of room to grab that are Ben Andrews and Bodie Cooper, first baseman and catcher for Swift. 0-2 the count. Fastball jams Belaurier again. Much more emphatic foul ball this time around, and count remains 0-2. Six and a third innings of work for Matt Michalski. 95 pitches for the Texas-born righty. Another offering fouled into the backstop. As Matt Michalski nears 100 pitches, 57's, have Sean Chandler limbering up in their bullpen. Or thinking about limbering up. Good take by Belaurier. Count is 1-2. Runner on at first and only one down here in the 7th inning, bottom of. Scoreless tie between Swift Current and Melville. A defensive game with two pitchers that have been pretty spot on for the afternoon. One, two. Belaurier continues to battle. Another 1-2 on the way. There's a shot up the middle by Belaurier. And back-to-back singles for the Millionaires in the bottom of the 7th inning. Give the fans in Melville something to cheer about. Cole Henley, 0 for 2 this game, like so many hitters are. Henley 205 on the year. Bodie Cooper, catcher, going to have a quick chat with Michalski, with this game still scoreless, and Joe Carnahan's going to make his way out. Slow walk from Joe. This is Joe's 10th season coaching the Swift Current WNBL team. His 18th summer in the Swift Current as either a player or a coach of the 57's. Joe's story, recruited by Harv Martinez to play for the then Swift Current Indians back in 2000. Multi-time league MVP, former WNBL Pitcher of the Year, when Harv Martinez retired from coaching the Swift Current WNBL team after the 2007 season. Joe took over in the summer of 08 as a coach. He was a player up until 2007. Came from Wisconsin. Had his playing days in Swift Current. Met a girl from Swift Current as Henley gets the bunt down. Thrown away by Michalski, and a run's going to come in to score here. And two's going to come in to score, and just like that, Melville up a quick deuce on a misplay there, as Cole Henley is going to reach on air as he got that bunt down. And the attempt to get him at first was thrown away, and now Henley all the way to third base, and it's a 2-0 ball game. It took us a while to get here, but the first runs are on the board here in Melville. Aaron Page up now, who's 0 for 2, runner on at third and one away. Check swing by Page. Did he go? Yes, he did, and 0-1 the count with one away. Cole Henley with a good job of getting that bunt down. As that 0-1 pitch is fouled off. 0-2 now. One and two as Michalski's afternoon eclipses 100 pitches. We've seen Sean Chandler warming up in the 57's bullpen. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off by Page. Oh, nice breaking pitch from Michalski. Umpire's not handing out style points this afternoon, though. That's ball 2. 2-2 the count now. Fastball in. 3-2. Swift Current 57's an 8-1 win last night in Melville, looking for the sweep over the weekend. Have to rally from a 2-0 deficit here in the 7th. And have to take care of the Millionaires in the bottom of 7 as well. Runner on at third. That'll be a called strike 3. As Page is caught looking. 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Michalski. Lufkin, Texas's Gentry Ford now to the plate. Pitch number 107 of the afternoon for Michalski will be the first offering to Ford, who's 1 for 2. It's out in front of the changeup from Matt. 0-1. Goes to the fastball for strike 2. Millionaires cashing in 2 thus far here in the 7th. Inside pitch from Michalski. Only 2 hits surrendered by Melville starter Mason Furlong. How much longer will he be able to go in this game, though? Thunder rolls in the distance. One-two pitch. Fastball up. Clouds surround Perry Field here in Melville. Nothing too scary right above us, but that could change. Strike 3, and that'll do it for the Melville Millionaires. They will strand 1, but score a couple. And just like that, we head to the top of the 8th in the Swift Current 57's for the first time this weekend. Have a little bit of catching up to do. It's a 2-0 Melville lead here at Perry Field. We'll be back with the top of the 8th and Swift on the sticks when we return with 57's baseball.
Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. 7-8-9 in the 57's batting order. Due up here. 2-0 deficit for the Swift Current 57's. Got a little catching up to do. Mason Furlong, starting pitcher. First offering to Andrews is ball one. Andrews launches that into center field, and the left fielder, or center fielder rather, makes the catch. That's Austin Stokes, one down. 1 for 2 on the afternoon is Bodie Cooper. Furlong flirting with 100 pitches now. There's number 98 of his afternoon to Bodie Cooper. It's a strike. See some pitchers limbering up in Melville's bullpen. Top of the 8th inning, Cooper fouls that off. Ominous clouds to the north of us with the occasional lightning strike off in the distance. This was originally a 2 o'clock game. Rain this morning pushed it to the 5 p.m. start. But the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes in the background. One and two, the count to Cooper. Mason Furlong has eclipsed 100 pitches for the afternoon. Fastball up, good take by Bodie, and 2-2 the count with one down. Mason Furlong, you can see gesturing to the umpire. He didn't quite agree with that assessment. 2-2. Fastball up. Full count to Bodie, last year's Rookie of the Year across the WNBL and a League All-Star. 3-2 pitch, well hit ball by Cooper, hit to center field, hit back. Stokes on his horse to get it, he's not going to get to it in time. Cooper rounding first, heading for second, and a stand-up double for Bodie Cooper. Cooper calls timeout. And the 57's have their third hit of the ball game. First hit in a while. Quick powwow on the mound here between Gentry Ford and Mason Furlong, catcher and pitcher. Ford's not a tiny guy. Gargantuan lefty Mason Furlong. And that's a look that says he doesn't quite agree with the ball being taken from him at this stage here. Furlong does not want to leave this ball game, but he'll do the team thing and make his way out after throwing just over 100 pitches and allowing but 3 hits. So Melville goes to the pen.
Come on, come on.
Eric Dorton encouraging Matt Bondarchuk. Tanner Luna comes in for the Millionaires. Luna 6 games, 2 starts, 13 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 11 hits, 9 runs, 6 of them earned, 11 strikeouts to 8 walks, 4.05 ERA, 0 for 2 on the year with 1 save. Luna bringing some heat. You know, we've talked all afternoon about how anything can happen in Melville, and over the years it has. Dug up some video from a few years ago. Swift Current and Melville in the playoffs, the then Swift Current Indians taking on the Millionaires. This was a bizarre play. Bottom of the 9th, Millionaires down by 1, couple out, and a runner on at first. So they were threatening in the bottom of the 9th. Cordy Chartrand on the mound. We'll go to the video here and show it to you. Chartrand with the pitch. It was an attempted hit and run. Runner goes to second base, and Swift Current's third baseman, colorful character by the name of Mario Sanchez, yells out foul ball after a swinging strike, and then watch what happens. Runner at second. Sanchez yells foul ball, and look at this. Cody Chartrand chasing the runner down and ending the game. The 57's would win that playoff game. However, that action motivating Melville to go on and win the series, and they won the WNBL championship in the summer of 2013 after that.
Put them in a different uniform number glass. I don't think he's scanned out.
Well, we've never had that happen to us before as Matt Bondarchuk takes a walk. We actually had a power outage here in Melville. Bondarchuk walked in 4 pitches, his second walk of the game, and that loads the bases with only 1 down for one of the top hitters in the land, Cole Thibodeau. Mason Furlong left the game. Furlong didn't want to leave, and I bet the competitive Texan wishes he was back in there now. Tanner Luna's had a hard time finding the strike zone, and while we were recovering our webcast after a brief power outage, 2 walks issued after Bodie Cooper had that double. So the 57's trailing by 2, tying run represented by that runner on at second base. There's only 1 out here, and we're in the top of the 8th inning with ominous weather perhaps approaching. Thunder rolling in the background. Light raindrops tapping the roof here. Can rain like this for hours and it won't jeopardize the ball game, but hopefully those drops don't get bigger and faster. Bit of a Bronx cheer from the hometown fans to Tanner Luna for finding the strike zone to Thibodeau. 0-1 the count. Luna, right-handed pitcher. Fastball out, 1-1. Thibodeau hitting .395. Coming into this at bat, 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Fastball just above the shoes of Thibodeau. That'll make the count 2-1. 2-0 the score for the Melville Millionaires on their home turf here at Perry Field. They put up a crooked number in the 7th, 2 runs coming in to score on a throwing error to first base on a bunt. Big hack from Thibodeau, who tried to tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. Base hit could conceivably score 2 for the 57's. Bondarchuk at first, Crumweed at second, Bodie Cooper, who doubled earlier this inning, at third. Ball bounces off home plate. Dead ball ruled by the home plate umpire. 2-2 count. I always say anything can and often will happen in Melville. Close ball game. Lots of interest in this one, and we had our first ever webcast power outage. Which after 3 seasons of doing this, I'm kind of surprised that's the first one, but 2-2. Fouled off by Thibodeau. Sudden change in the velocity of the wind as well, as all of a sudden those flags in the outfield are getting quite a workout. Raindrops falling and the wind blowing in from left now. Clouds in Melville tinting the way the sun hits the field, and now here comes the downpour. Good thing we held this game off till 5 o'clock today. Big, thick raindrops as Thibodeau sends that into the backstop, and we are moments away from a rain delay here. This is a monsoon. And yeah, we're going to head off the field, and for the second time in as many days, the Swift Current 57's and the Melville Millionaires are going to enter a rain delay. It's coming in here now. Let's cover the gear. Just moving everything out of the rain here. So as you can tell, we're in rain delay, but a quick system moving through here. Whatever. Thunder continuing to roll here, bit of a mad dash as the angle of the rain entering the press box here pretty much soaked all of our gear. And we're just trying to get everything dried off. Yeah.
Dylan Helms. God damn it.
Oh, the runner? Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Well, it was our third baseman. Like, we had Mario Sanchez playing third. And he said foul. Like, that's what he was trying to do. So it was... He went schoolyard on it. You guys played ticked off the rest of that series, though, and came back and beat us. Well, that was fun. Nice little shower, thunder shower. Not nearly as long as last night's rain delay. Batter's box taking a bit of a beating. Moving our cameras back into position here. Well, let's get this here. So a little bit of rain this morning and a little bit more in the afternoon. Had a few things get rained on up here. Nothing looks too damaged. Might have a laptop that's had the biscuit, but we were due for a new one anyway. So Tanner Luna pitching. And before the sky opened up and dumped copious amounts of rain on us, the situation was the 57's had the bases loaded. Full count, only one out. And Cole Thibodeau at the plate.
Well, then right before you sat down, you should wipe off the benches, you know.
Tanner Luna thus far, throwing 16 pitches in this game, 5 strikes and 11 balls. So a little field maintenance here before we get things rolling.
Whoops. Walking on. My boat. One down. One down. 2 line drive. Back 1 on line drive.
Mic'd up Eric Dorton on the left side of your screen. And it looks like we're back to playing baseball here. All right, short rain delay. Full count to Cole Thibodeau. Tanner Luna, 3-2 pitch. Towering fly ball.
No ball. No.
Hit to left field.
Fake it. Fake. Fake. Nope.
And 2 down as Thibodeau flies out to left. Heard some third base coaching from Eric Dorton to Bodie Cooper moments ago. So the Melville Millionaires not out of the woods yet. Bases loaded, 2 down, and one of the WNBL's top RBI guys, Blake Adams, makes his way to the plate. Quick mound visit as Coach Wes Hunt is out having a quick chat with Tanner Luna. And they're going to take
Getting timed up. That's fun.
no chances here. As Luna's going to exit the game. And with the Millionaires up 2, with the bases loaded against them, they're going to go to the pen here and bring in another relief pitcher. Bringing in a righty.
People when they was up there last time. And what was it that?
Waiting to get a number on the reliever that's coming in here. And coming in to pitch is Eric Sandos. 6 appearances, all in relief, 7 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 7 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. He's struck out 9 and walked 6. 1-0 on the year, 7.36 earned run average. Whip of 1.77. And his job is simple. Get Blake Adams out. Simple to say. At times this year for WNBL pitchers, easier said than done. Adams coming into this at bat, hitting .354. One of the league's top RBI guys. And he's got 3 on base. Certainly a different look for Swift Current 57 hitters. Got a sidearm righty coming in here. Sandos. And the pitch coming from about 8:30. So Sandos, the righty, comes in to face Blake Adams. With the bases loaded, 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Adams represents number 3 in the 57's batting order. And Swift Current down by 2. Millionaires put up a deuce in the bottom of the 7th. Sandos, strike 1.
Don't go too fast against those people. He said, why? They're 18 in the ground.
A 1 pitch to Adams. Just a little bit outside, 1-1. Nick Conyas, 267 hitter, is on deck. And not missing by much is Sandos, just a little bit outside. Righty on righty matchup.
But he said not change with her. Come down. They can't take hard like that.
Slider from Sandos. Sent into the backstop by Blake. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 57's down by a couple with the bases loaded. And Sandos wants to have a quick chat with Gentry Ford, the catcher.
And then I drank some.
2-2 pitch. That's up. Full count to Adams. Ball 4 brings a run in with Nick Conyas at the plate with 2 away. Melville up by 2, wanting to keep it that way. Ball 4, run scores. Blake Adams not getting much to work with in that at bat. And the 57's.
Good secondaries. Yeah, you gotta have good secondaries.
So big RBI opportunity for Conyas. Tying run just a few feet away at third base. Sandos. Inside to Conyas. 1-0 count. The San Antonio, Texas product lined out to right field, grounded out and flew out to third base in his 3 trips to the plate. Conyas now hitting .267 on the year. Strike called.
I'm going to leave.
Conyas 3 RBI in 10 games coming into this one. Conyas has struck out 5 times in 45 at-bats. He's taken 3 walks this year. Inside, and it's a 3-1 count to Conyas. Ball 4 ties this baseball game. So a 3-1 count, 2 away, bases loaded. 57's now down by 1, and Conyas. Strike 2.
Yep, stay deep, stay deep.
Full count. Ground ball by Conyas. Slap to first. It's going to be a race to first base, and dropping the ball at first is Sandos. And a run comes in to score. And the Swift Current 57's tie it up in unconventional fashion.
Yeah, come around hard there because they may wheel you there, especially on the drop right there. You know what I mean? That situation right there. You know what I mean? If he drops there and you're already past the bag, we may go. You know what I mean? I go secondary.
Hearing Eric Dorton having a conversation with Matt Bondarchuk, who's now the runner at third. Tie ball game. Riley Campbell at the plate.
Beware of the drag.
Campbell 1 for 3. 292 on the year in this tie ball game. Melville puts up 2 in the 7. The Swift Current 57's, after a rain delay, come back with 2 of their own here in the 8th. Strike 2 to Campbell, though. And a called strike 3 to Riley Campbell. He can't believe that assessment. And that'll do it for the Swift Current 57's. Well, the 57's strand 3, but they score 2, and that's what they needed to do. Joe Carnahan hanging around and I think wanting to have a conversation about that strike 3 assessment. But in any event, we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's the Swift Current 57's who have tied it all up. And we'll look to keep it that way when we return with Crop Production Services, Living Sky Casino, Swift Current 57's baseball.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And welcome back. Swift Current 57's baseball. Rain delays, come from behind situations, bases loaded. Another adventure in a place that often provides them here in Melville. 2-2 the score heading into the bottom of the 8th. Millionaires putting up 2 runs in their half of the 7th. Swift Current 57's responding with a couple in their half of the 8th. Sean Chandler coming in to pitch for the 57's. Chandler on the year, 3 appearances all in relief. 1 inning of work each time, 3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Striking out 6 and walking 6, ERA of 6. Matt Mahalski gave the 57's 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, striking out 6, facing 26 batters. So Sean Chandler coming into work, strike 1, as he gets set to pitch to the number 9 hitter, Austin Stokes. 9-1-2 due up from Melville. So late in the game, top of the order, due up from Melville in a tie ball game. And an advantageous spot in their order. Chandler, fastball, 1-1. Sean Chandler pitching to Bodie Cooper. Ben Andrews at first, Cole Thibodeau at second, Grant Van Scoy, shortstop. There's a fly ball hit to Matt Bondarchuk in center field. Battles the sun a little bit and makes the catch. Stokes flies out to 8. Brings Taylor Nychuk to the plate, top of the order for Melville. Nychuk 179 coming into this at bat, 0 for 3 on this afternoon. In his previous 3 trips to the plate, all against Matt Mahalski. Another great start for the 57's in this one from Mahalski. Nothing in 2 to Nychuk. Fastball from Chandler, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, and that'll do it for Nychuk. Strikeout number 7 on the year for Sean Chandler. So bottom of the 8th inning, 2 out, nobody on. Vinnie Martin. Martin 0 for 3. Sean Chandler, the tall righty. Ball 1. Fly ball, foul by Martin. Busy day of traffic on Highway 10, just over the outfield wall here in Melville. Martin jammed, fouls it back, making the count 1-2 after a couple of foul balls. With the count 1-2 and 2 away, pitch number 10 of Sean Chandler's afternoon. About to be released. It's a 1 hopper to Bodie Cooper, who drops to his knees and puts the chest protector behind it, evening the count out at 2-2. Shot by Martin. Center field. Bondarchuk has to go back for it. And he's where he needs to be to make the catch. 12th pitch. Relief appearance for Sean Chandler, who comes in. We'll see if he's back for the 9th inning. Top of 9 coming up. 57's will be on the sticks when we return to 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Ryan Schweitzer in Melville. 2-2 the score, top of the ninth. Been treated to a good contest this afternoon between the Swift Current 57's and the Melville Millionaires. Some great pitching, some tense situations. A rain delay and a 10-minute monsoon for the weather fans. Shot by Van Scoy, fly ball, shallow center field. Stokes is there, and one down. Andrews 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Eric Sandos coming on in relief last inning. Working 2/3 of the inning as he was brought in to face Blake Adams. Got Adams, but then Nick Kanyas subsequently managed to reach first on error. And the 57's managed to tie things up in the 8th, trailing 2-0 heading into that inning. Sandos, right-handed pitcher, 1-1 to Andrews. 1-1 pitch is sent into the backstop. Now we're 1-2 with one down here in the top of the 9th inning. Nobody warming up in the Swift Current 57's bullpen. Sean Chandler coming in and taking care of Melville in 12 pitches. There's a shot hit deep to left field by Ben Andrews. Hit back, way back, not coming back. Ben Andrews, a solo shot. And for the first time this afternoon, the Swift Current 57's have a lead over the Melville Millionaires. Second dinger of the year for the native of Shoreline, Washington, as he hits one deep to left field on a rope. And the 57's now with a 1-run lead. Big Ben picks up that genuine powerized lightning strike Louisville slugger and hits one in the general vicinity of Highway 10. Bodie Cooper will try and follow that act. And tries to with that swing of the bat. 0-2 the count to Bodie with one away here in the top of the 9th. Ben Andrews, the number 7 hitter in the batting order, coming into this game, hitting around 200. And Bodie Cooper goes down swinging. But the 57's getting a key contribution from the lower half of the order. Now Keel Crumweed to the plate with his team up 1. Only the 57's 4th hit of the afternoon. Pitch to Crumweed is low, 2-0 count. Top of the order, and Matt Bondarchuk on deck. Crumweed takes. 3-0 count. Not likely to swing at the 3-0 pitch here, forcing Sandos to throw a strike. Sandos obliges, 3-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Crumweed, big hack in a hitter's count. Designated hitter from Glasgow, Montana, now with a full count with 2 out, and his team up 1. Ball 4 to Crumweed. Second walk of the afternoon for Keel. Bondarchuk 0 for 2 with a pair of walks this afternoon. Lefty batter coming up, infield shifts. Pitch is low for ball 1. Sandos inside to Bondarchuk. 2-0 count now. High hopper, just over Sandos. Henley on the run. Nice transition from glove to throwing hand to take care of the 57's as Bondarchuk rounds out to the shortstop. However, Big Ben bashed the ball to make a huge difference for the 57's. They're up by 1 heading into the bottom of the 9th. A solo dinger from Shoreline, Washington's Ben Andrews. We'll see if the 57's can lock it down and get out of Melville with a couple W's when we return with 57's Baseball.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. We are in the bottom of the 9th. And Sean Chandler with a tough part of Melville's batting order to try and take care of here in Marshall McPherson. But he goes right after him with a strike. McPherson, Sullivan, and Bellorier due up for Melville. 3-4-5. Heart of the order to deal with for Chandler. Three, 4, and 5 in Melville's batting order. 2 for 9. The hitters that Chandler will face. Chandler, 1-1 pitch. Just misses outside. Ball 3. Hitters count, 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed. A big hack with cruel intentions from Marshall McPherson. And strike 2 for Sean Chandler, the native of Bellevue, Nebraska. Full count with nobody out. And Melville's guy at the plate, and he gets him swinging. '57's not out of the woods yet with this 3-2 lead in the bottom of the ninth, but that's a big out in taking care of Marshall McPherson. Guy who hits better than 300, and so far in this season, which is now a quarter over, McPherson, one of the league leaders in home runs. Sent back to the dugout swinging, and the Melville Millionaires buying what Sean Chandler is selling here. As Keaton Sullivan out of Lima, Ohio, makes his way to the plate. Pitched last night, third base today. Solid game defensively for Sullivan. He'd like to contribute with the bat to go with that solid defensive game. He's 1 for 3, but he's out in front of that breaking ball from Chandler. And 0-2. Sean Chandler got some swagger out there. Chandler following up a great start from Matt Michalski, who went 7 innings, allowing 4 hits and no earned runs. Chandler 1 1/3 innings of work here. Fastball in. 1-2 with 1 away. Breaking ball outside. Mason Furlong, starter for Melville, 7 1/3, allowing 3 hits, 1 earned run, facing 26 hitters, striking out 1 along the way. Furlong did not want to be pulled when he was relieved after those 7 1/3 innings in the 6th. Three-two pitch with 1 away. Fastball called, strike 3. Wes Hunt and a few umpires in the stands disagreeing with that strike 3 assessment. Two down, bottom of the ninth. It's emotional in Melville. Belaurier, ground ball. Past Riley Campbell at third. Ball with some spin and some velocity. Belaurier with a single. Now Cole Henley with an opportunity to keep this game going. That wasn't Wes Hunt who was disagreeing with that strike 3 call. That was assistant coach Nolan Hoskins who ran over there and was fired up. Both guys with beards. Blocked by Ben Andrews. It's going to be close at first. Andrews wins the race. Henley is retired, and the Swift Current 57's a come-from-behind win in Melville. They take it 3-2 on the strength of a solo home run from Shoreline, Washington's Ben Andrews. Top of the ninth, solo dinger to left field. And that was the difference in a 3-2 win. A couple of great pitching appearances, so once again, we'll give our Swift Current 57's player of the game to one of the pitchers. Taking nothing away from Sean Chandler, who came in and was great through 2 innings of relief. But Matt Michalski, 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, 2 runs unearned and striking out 6 along the way. 57's take a couple wins in Melville, and they improve their record to 9-3. Next action for the 57's is going to be tomorrow night as they are at home to the Yorkton Cardinals. Hope to see a packed house at Mitchell Field in Swift Current for a 7:05 first pitch against Yorkton. Thank you very much for joining us on a Father's Day Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day to, especially to all the dads of Swift Current 57's players. What I've seen, you've all raised some fine quality young men who are doing a great job of representing the city of Swift Current, and we thank you for letting them spend a summer up here with us. Happy Father's Day. That'll do it. 3-2 win for the Swift Current 57's. Good night from Melville.